We do have an update on the Thailand situation where 12 boys and their soccer coach are trapped in a cave. Essentially, they went, if you don't know the story, they went cave exploring, and then the rains hit, they flooded the entrance to the cave, and now the kids can't get out. They were found after 9 days, very hungry, but healthy. Currently, efforts to get them out are incredibly difficult. The problem is they have had divers go in there, they've had medical personnel check on them, and they're okay, but the entranceway to the cave is incredibly narrow. It's 2.5 miles, and most of it is flooded. The water is very murky, so it's we're talking about kids who are like 11 to 16 who can't just swim. A lot of them don't know how to swim. So right now, efforts to get them out are focused on maybe teaching them how to scuba dive, maybe trying to pump water out of some portions of the cave system. And it's a pretty precarious situation because it's July, which means it's the start of monsoon season in Thailand. And if the flooding gets any worse, it could flood the cave that they're currently in. So the clock is ticking. Sunday is supposed to be heavy rains, and on the plus side, right now they're all alive. They're all healthy, and the Thailand government is being helped by the UK, Australia, a lot of neighboring countries. There is a collective effort to get them out. Even Elon Musk has said that he'll give any kind of. I know Elon and I have had beef recently, but this is great. I mean, I hope.
What a coastal elite are you?
No, it's not that.
Me and Elon Musk have beef.
Yeah, he swore at him, actually. Elon swore at him, I mean.
Well, we did a little bit of swearing back and forth.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean.
And Elon has that digging machine.
Right.
Yeah, he said he'll help any way he can with the boring company, which I just understood why it's called that.
Yeah.
Great.
What I don't understand, so they are able to get things to them.
Yes.
So if they can get stuff to them, how come they can't get some sort of breathing kit that lets you?
Because it's a 6-hour deep diving mission, and if you're not a deep diving
it's just too difficult.
professional, it's deadly, it's dangerous.
It's already dangerous for the divers. I mean, these are expert divers. They've I was listening to a radio interview with one of them, and it sounds like the path to even get to that stage of diving is incredibly, this is like the SWAT of diving, they refer to it. And then like the water is dark, these kids don't know how to swim, and what's worse is, you'd think like, we'll just tandem tie them to a diver and take one out at a time. But some of these passageways are so narrow that it's even difficult to get through them with the gear, much less a second person.
Yeah.
So.
They got really far in there too. Jeez.
They did. Well, it was dry at the time.
Yeah.
That's the. I mean, it's just incredibly bad timing. I mean, we'll really have to see how this plays out because it's.
What is their plan at this point? Because I read earlier today that they had been attempting to do some draining, and accidentally they pumped a bunch of extra water in there.
Well, so essentially what happened there was there were volunteers at the scene. There's a lot of volunteers, thankfully, but some of them. So there's a way of there's a known way of trying to reduce flooding, which is to pump water into the ground. In this case, they are under the ground. So some volunteers were trying to do that, thinking that they were helping, and in fact, they were making the flooding a bit worse. But they do have pumping machines trying to get water out of some of the more difficult to navigate areas. But there's even, I mean, the toughest thing, there is a mile-long stretch that is all underwater. I've never swam a third of a mile.
Right.
No,
and that's
underwater?
Yeah, that's. I mean, you have to be an extremely experienced diver to do something like that. And I mean, like I said, some of these kids don't know how to swim at all. I mean, they're 11 to 16. This is
so I'm assuming that they're trying to dig down to them or something like that.
They're trying to
I
get the
assume
water
that would be
out,
difficult
right?
too.
There are some other. So they're also looking for alternate shafts that they might be able to get to. So through the ground that aren't through like the known entrance to the cave that they came in through. There was a report that some of the kids said that they had heard some other noises.
Dogs barking and chickens or roosters or something like that, and they are looking for tunnels because at some point they were looking for the ability to tunnel in some way. Now they're just looking for existing tunnels that way, but it also could be a hallucination.
That's exactly the thing. I mean, being trapped in the dark for 9 days,
terrified.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my heart goes out to these kids.
Yeah.
This is so scary to deal
Very
with.
sad.
They're getting I saw the pictures of them getting the old military telephone kind of contraption going, so that they're trying to get it so these kids can talk to their family.
Wow, so sad, so unexpected too. And obviously the worst part is that there is a time limit on how long they have before they can get them out.
Right, because they're afraid of it raining again as well.
2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.